Hello, YouTube. I am on here to share about the love of money and fame in hip hop. See, what the Bible says about money and what the world says about money is not the same, it's different. The world tells you to find your identity in money. So I'm on here to share what the Bible says about money, what Jesus Christ says about money. Okay? I'm on here to share about the love of money, the love of it. When you're in love with money, when you're so in love with it that you'll do anything for it. The love of money in the hip hop music business. They so in love with money and fame, they'll do anything. And the people in this world say they love you. They don't love you. They love the money you can bring, the love of money. When you in love with money, the love of money. Yes, we need money to take care of our families, but when you in love with the money, when you are in love with the money, okay? When you so in love with it that you'll do anything for it, the love of money. The love of money in the hip hop music business, the love of money and fame. The men and women in the hip hop music industry will do anything for the love of money. Anything. And the world say they love you. The world don't love you. The world don't love none of these rappers. They love the money that they can bring. The love of money in the hip hop music business and fame. And that's not success, that's fake success. So I'm going to 1 Timothy 6:10, right here in the Bible. And it says, people of corrupt minds who have been corrupted, people of corrupt minds who have been robbed of the truth, who think that godliness is a means to financial gain. But godliness with contentment is great gain. But godliness with contentment is great gain. For we brought nothing in the world. We can take nothing out of it. But if we have food and clothes, we should be content with that. But those who want to get rich fall into temptation, into traps, into many foolish and harmful desires that plunge people into ruin and destruction. For the love of money. It's the love of money. People so in love with money in the hip hop music business, they'll do anything for the love of money, the love of it. There's nothing wrong with having money. It's the love of it. When you're so in love with it, it's the love of money. All those rappers in hip hop that's in love with their money. You in love with your house, you in love with your car, but it's not gonna love you back. It's the love of money. See, right here, Jesus Christ tells me ain't nothing wrong with having money. It's when you in love with it. He said if we have food and clothes, we should be content with that. People think because they have millions of dollars that that's gonna help. That's not gonna help you. That's not gonna help you with your mind. Millions of dollars can't help you if your mind is messed up. It's the love of money. There's nothing wrong with having money when you're in love with it. The love of money is a root. Money is not evil. Money is not bad. There's no good money, no bad money. It's the people who got the money. It's the love of it. The rappers in hip hop are so in love with money, they'll do anything for the love of it. And your money gonna let you down. It said it's the love of money, the love of it. The love of money is a root of all kind of evil. Some people so eager for money have wandered away from faith and pierced themselves with many griefs. So when you in love with money, you ain't gonna never be satisfied, even if you have a million. Being in love with money, and that's what the hip hop rap game is all about. Being in love with money. You're in love with money. You're in love with money. Being in love with money ain't good. It's nice to have, but it makes a terrible master. It's the love of money. That's not a good relationship when you in love with money. And the rappers in hip hop are in love. Y'all in love with y'all money. Y'all in love with y'all car and y'all house. You brought nothing in this world. You can't take nothing out of it. Ain't nothing wrong with having it, but being in love with it. You in love with $50 million. You in love with it. but it's not going to help you when you're sick, though. So it's the love of money. So I'm going by what the Bible says about money. I'm praying for anybody out there in love with their money. You in love with your house. You in love with your car. You in love with your shoes. Yep, you in love with their money. The rappers in hip hop are y'all so in love with y'all money, y'all do anything. That's why the rappers in hip hop are selling their soul. They selling their soul. The Bible says, what is it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? The rappers in hip hop are selling their soul for the royalty checks. Yep, selling your soul. So I'm going to Ecclesiastics, and it talks about being in love with money. When you in love with money, ain't nothing wrong with having it. It's when you in love with it. It's when you in love with your money. Being in love with money. It's the love of money. Now, money is not evil. Money is not bad. It's when you in love with it. When you put the money above Jesus. To be famous, and that's empty. It's the love of money. In Ecclesiastics 2, it talks about being in love, okay? Ecclesiastics right here. Ecclesiastic 2, those who love money will never be satisfied. Ecclesiastes.
According to Bible.com, Ecclesiastes chapter 5 verses 10 to 14 New International Version. Whoever loves money never has enough. Whoever loves wealth is never satisfied with their income. This too is meaningless. As goods increase, so do those who consume them.
Yep. Whosoever loves money is never satisfied. Yep. So ain't nothing wrong with having money. It's when you in love with it. And being famous and being popular in hip hop is empty, because you can't take none of that stuff with you. All the rappers in hip hop, you brought nothing in the world, you can take nothing out. I'm gonna go by what the Bible say about money. But the rappers in hip hop are selling their soul. Whoever love money ain't gonna never be satisfied. You in love with your money, you in love with your car, you in love with fortune and fame. It's empty. It's meaningless. Ecclesiastes 2 and 1 Timothy 16. Ain't nothing wrong with having money. It's when you in love with it. Going by what the Bible say about money. Bye-bye.